previous video where I have already explained the basic things about the Jaeger and how to use, how to install everything. So in this video I am going to explain how to ingest and persistence Jaeger trace data in production to ensure the resilience and the high availability. In this previous demo, all the span or the trace were stored in memory, and whenever you will restart the Jaeger, all those data of those trace would go off because you are not persisting those things, right? And if you remember that in the previous video, I explained everything through the Jaeger all-in-one, and this is the service who internally start all the other corresponding and the dependent service. But this is not a way to use Jaeger in the production. So focused on the production environment needs for high availability and the scalability, it deploys each backend service independently. Means for the each service you have to deploy independently, and then no need to depend upon the only one, the all-in-one. This is for the demo purpose, right? So, and obviously then you should have one backend storage system who can store the persistent, who can persistent your or the tracking data, right? And they are the two very well known indexing memories. One is the Cassandra and one is the Elasticsearch that being used for the Jaeger persistent storage. And Cassandra is the key-based database, and it is more efficient for retrieving trace by the trace ID, but it does not providing the same powerful search capability what we have in store in the Elasticsearch. So that's why it's currently support both, but Elasticsearch is the more recommended solution for the production environment in case of the Jaeger. So I will just take few minutes to explain what we have done in the previous video. So I explain what is the Jaeger and what is the problem with the monolithic and microservices messaging system, the tracking system, and then also explain we in the microservices we have the so many communications and very tough to trace out all the communications, right? That's why one mechanism should be there. We can tell you how your data flow or the calling among the microservices is being happen. And I had explained that what is the distributed tracing, and then little bit I talked on the Jaeger overview, and then I explained little bit the architecture, right? And the different kind of the architecture, how you store the data, or you having the Kafka, how you can do that, right? And then some terminology also I had explained in the previous video. A little bit I talked on the Jaeger agent, what is the Jaeger agent, how take the data from your application and sending to the characters, right? And these are the benefits I had explained it. Then a little bit I talked about what is the difference between Jenkins and the Jaeger, right? Then I showed the demo, and during the demo time I explained how you install the Jaeger, and then depend upon operating system, and then what is the good documentation so we can read more about Jaeger. And then I took two service, service A and service B, and both being monitored or tracking by the Jaeger, and also the communication established between service A, service B, that being monitored by the Jaeger. And what are the dependencies you have to add, those things I had explained, right? So enough. Now in this video I'm going to explain that we are not going to store the trace and or span inside the memory. It will not work in the production. So that's why this topic is today, Jaeger persistent storage with Elasticsearch. And top of that also I will show with the Kibana dashboard how you can make more wizard and all those things along with the Jaeger dashboard, right? So what happened that, as I have already explained in the previous video, this is your application and you need the Jaeger client, and Jaeger client will take the data and depend upon the sampling mechanism or the intervals, they will take the data, put into the agent, and agent through the sampling mechanism, they will forward the data to the Jaeger character, and Jaeger character will be connected with the database, in this case Elasticsearch, and Jaeger query will take the data from the Elasticsearch and show in the UI. So what happens first, we will start the Jaeger and connect with the Elasticsearch, then start the agent, they will connect to the Jaeger character, Then I will start the Jaeger query independently. They will take data from database and show in the UI, right? So first and foremost, what you have to do, you have to download the Elasticsearch. I have already downloaded the Elasticsearch. Here, if you see the Elasticsearch, I have downloaded here. This is the tar file. I unzip it. After unzip, you have to run the Elasticsearch in the bin folder. If you go the bin folder, it will by default it will start the 9200, but you are okay to change the port and all those things. You will get the config properties file. I want to show you here. So if you go here, we have the config. Inside the config, we have the YAML file. You can change it, right? But for the time being, go inside the bin folder and start the Elasticsearch. So I have already downloaded, so you have to download from here and do it. So let me do the here. I'm here. So if you see, let me go the inside the bin folder, and from here you have to type the Elasticsearch. And this Elasticsearch will start the port 9200. Okay. So after start that, yeah, if you see it start the 9200 port number. So now if you go your browser and check the localhost 9200, let it be start fully, then you will see that. So you can see it started here, right? So your Elasticsearch is up now. So now what you have to do, you have to go and start the other services. So this is the steps what you are going to perform here. So we have already started the Elasticsearch as a 9200, and if you want to see that how many indexes right now there, so because it will be useful, we have to also create one new index. So let me see, at present by default we have just one indexes, so we have to create the new index for our the persistent purpose. Okay, now go and run the Jaeger character. So with this command, that command I will also share in the link. So go the folder of the Jaeger folder. Yeah, and use this command. So I have to give the span storage, Elasticsearch, and this is the index name I'm going to use, open tracking. You can give the any name. I'm going to use the open tracking. Okay, I copied here, just paste it. So this is our index name, right? Open tracking. If this is the start, then you have to start the uh, agent, right? To agent, you have to use this command. So if you see here, this I connect the character with the 9200 Elasticsearch, and agent I am going to connect into the 14250 where Jaeger character is working, right? So yeah, so let me open the same terminal here and give the, I'm starting the Jaeger agent, right? Now what you have to do, you have to run the Jaeger query, right? And this will connect to the Elasticsearch as per this diagram, right? So what we discuss here, as per this diagram, Jaeger query will connect the Elasticsearch. So what you have to do, open the terminal and the same folder, your code is there, and run the, and I'm giving the same indexing, right? The indexing what I'm storing by the character on from same indexing query will be take it, right? Yeah. Enter. So now all the services are running now. So if you see, this agent is working, character is working, database Elasticsearch is there, this Jaeger query is there, right? Now go and open the Jaeger query, means this dashboard, right? Now start the Jaeger query. It will start 16686 port. So open here and give the 16686 port. Now this is the Jaeger UI, right? What I'm going to now, I'm going to start the service A and service B, the same way we had explained in the previous video, right? So now I'm going to start the service A. It will run on 8081. I would recommend please visit the previous video for the more information. So it is start from the 8081, right? Let us start the another service also, service B. It will start on 8082. If you see in the service A, I have some few API show and payment. When you use the payment, it will hit your the next service B. So for the communication between the A and B, you have to use the payment API. Just for tracking, you can use the show API, right? So now let me hit one show API. Just localhost 8081 and show. Now go the UI with phase 1. You can see there are the by default Jaeger UI is running this services appear first MS, and if you notice I have given the name for the first microservice, right? So if you want to see where I have given the name for this, so you have to go the resource and application property. I have given the first MS, right, running on the 8081. So that's why it is coming. So now go here and find the trace. You will see one span came, right? Now do one thing, hit the payment, it will hit the B service. Now if you go the here, yeah, now you can see there are the two service, first MS and the second MS also. So for the first service, if you hit it will get a 3 span, right, because it is connecting to the second MS, right? So if you see the connectivity, you can see the dependency here, right? Now everything is going to the Elasticsearch as per this diagram. As per this diagram, everything is going to the Elasticsearch. Now go and open the Elasticsearch and see how many indexes are there. They must have created the one indexes with the name of the open tracking, right? So go and face it. You can see there are the two indexes are created for the two different purposes, right? One for the overall service, one for the span, right? So now all the data is going to your the Elasticsearch. Even though now if you stop and restart your agent or the query service, everything no problem to pick up from there. So for just if you see this is about the query service, do one thing, stop it. Then now this query service must be stopped now. But if you again start, you will not lose any data because everything going to the Elasticsearch. Now you start it. So see, your all data is here. That's why you're persisting all the data is there. Now I'm going to show all those things in the Kibana also. So what you have to do, you have to install the Kibana. If I have capture in, yeah. So what you have to do, you go in this website and install the Kibana. You will get this website, and as per your operating system, you download it. So I have already done that. Let me show you. I in the software I have the Kibana. Yes, I have downloaded it. This is the first step. Second step, what you have to go, you go the config file. Here you have config, and here have the Kibana YML. In this Kibana YML, you have to say that you want to connect the Elasticsearch that is running on 9200. So come here. This is the Kibana.yml, and you can see this part, YML 32. You have to just uncomment it. Okay, that should be enough, and save it. After saving, you have to start the Kibana. So go the Kibana folder bin folder, right? And then you have to run the Kibana.bat. As per the operating system, you can do that. So this is the macOS. I'm just putting the Kibana. Once it is start, now it connect with your Elasticsearch, right? We have given in the config file. Now go to the localhost 5601. So you have to go here 560. This is the by default Kibana port. You can change in the config, but let me go with the default port. I'm coming here, and this is your Kibana dashboard. Yeah, you can see this Kibana has started. It's taking the data from the Elasticsearch also. Yeah, it is the Kibana started, right? Once you will get it, what you have to do? So it is saying that first you come here and click here dashboard. It's saying you are creating the first new dashboard. You say yes, create it. Then he says the first create the index pattern, right? So click here, and you know what is our indexing name, right? You, when we started that time, we have given the index name, and we have given the index name is the open tracking, right? So you can give the same name here, open tracking, in Kibana dashboard. So you can see open tracking or with the star. So all the name with the open tracking with the start, right? Okay. Hit the create. Now it create everything. So if you see this has been created and logs everything as per this 28 field are there, right? So now what you have to do, that everything is fine. So if you see here, there are all the tag ID, span ID, whatever is generating for the Jaeger dashboard. If you see, this is Jaeger dashboard. Let me see if this is the span ID, right? Or the span ID, everything is going there, right? So now come here, and what you have to do, this is done. Now go create the dashboard here, right? Create here the dashboard. Now it is saying the visualization. So you come here. For the time being, do not show again, stop it, and drop some field to make the a good UI. So what I will do, if you go here, there are many fields, right? So on the track ID, parent span ID, service name, so you can just drag and drop. So we have the two service, right? First MS, second MS, they are showing here, right? So, and also you can make some chart here, right, from where it is coming. So now if you're saying second MS very less number, right? So you can save for the time being. One wizard done. Another wizard you want to create, you can create another wizard. Depend upon your requirement, on the basis of durations you can make it, right, which is taken more time. Save and return, right? Now the two wizard. So now let me say, let me show it is working or not. So now you can see the second ms is only very few, right, only the 1.43. So now hit some second ms more API and see it is increasing or not. So it was running on 8082, and they have the, what is the API now for the second API? This one, B service, we have the action, right? So give the action, hit the 2-3 times, then it should increase in the Kibana their percentage, right? Okay, now come here and refresh it. Now if you see this increase, second ms increase, right? So now you have the two dashboard. One is the Kibana dashboard and one is the Jaeger dashboard. So you have the two dashboard, and depend upon your requirement you can make the things. So now it is coming here, right? So two dashboard is there. This is what I want to explain here. So how to persistent your the Jaeger with the your Jaeger data with the Elasticsearch. Thank you very much. Please like the videos and give your any questions in the comment box, and keep learning, keep watching. Thank you very much.